Hi all, welcome to the forest. This is a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Anything, if you just want to listen to, that's awesome. Today we're going to be looking at where you are currently on your path and where you want to be. And then I'll also be asking our guides, the energies of the universe, what they see ahead to help guide you, whether that is in love, life, or work, etc. We'll figure it out. And then I'll also be drawing a card for balance with the focus on the element that's drawn to best help you. Today we welcome all of those good vibes out there, those good energies, looking out for Sagittarius, all those elements, energies, angels, forces of good. Ask them to be with me and be with us in this reading today. Everything has been saged, all the decks are pre-shuffled. These are the ones that I wanted to be used for you today. And then I also just want to say that I hope today that you find something that is true to your heart today along this path. We have some nice, good, colorful animal energies here for you today. All the decks, like I said, have been shuffled. We get a good oracle card here for Sagittarius. I felt like these bright colors really vibed with you today. I feel like you'll have a very fun energy. That's why the animals, all the colorful ones, wanted to come out today. All right, we have choices. Make the best choices. Whoa. See, there's a beautiful queen with this castle of a crown on her head. These beautiful flaming wings behind her, and all these beautiful flowers, and this it's like Mars or something behind her. Deep red planet choices. Oh my goodness. All right, what else? Is there anything else that wants to come out for Sagittarius? Out of this very colorful, vibrant deck here, mystical. I like how vibrant that card is. Alright, so we'll move on to the animals. One of these animals wants to see you. Quick shuffle. Which one's these? I really love the colors on these cards. Alright, what for Sagittarius? What animals in our forest are vibing with Sagittarius? Want to come out, help guide us along our path today. Be with us, animal spirits. Have one. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I don't know if you heard that. She's here. She says hi. Okay. What do we have here for Sagittarius? Wolf, Pathfinder, Elephant, Greatness. That's neat. So both of these are very family, friend, pack-oriented animals, herd, what have you, animals. They depend on one another, but they are also very strong in their own, but they do better with one another. The wolf one specifically is about being the pathfinder, about being that alpha wolf, the first one. And they're saying this might even signify a new journey for you, starting over, or being like a leader and being that one that maybe takes that first step and, the other ones follow. And they're saying that perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. And the elephant one also says, love is your strength, leadership is your path. And saying, you should call upon your wisdom, your intuition, your problem-solving skills, things that you've learned in the past, can help you in the present. It's saying that you will achieve success. So maybe you're thinking about going for a leadership role at work. Maybe there's something opening up and you're not quite sure if you could do it. Maybe it's something that's maybe a little different than the norm, and you're not quite sure, if you should do this thing or not. And they're kind of saying you have people behind you to help you, take that first step with the choices card there, it looks like they're saying if you want to make a new start, or if you have a choice to make, between being a leader and not being a leader, take being a leader, I guess. And also if you need to depend on others, they are there for you. They, like I said, both of these animals they do okay alone, but they do much better with others. Um, but it says that you will achieve success. That's beautiful. Okay, anyway. So let's get some cards here for Sagittarius. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna put those back in because I wasn't quite ready. I don't know. Alright, because if they want to come back out, they will. Alright, guys, video's us today for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Ace of Acorns, so that's also the Ace of Fire. Oh no, wait, no, that's Earth, I'm sorry. The Ace of Earth, creative force, confidence, that's awesome. It's like, what else? Where is Sagittarius right now? Where is Sagittarius? Oh, that one kind of flew over there. Temperance. It's a major arcana card there. That one's about, finding peace and harmony, balance, usually having to be patient, or like you're kind of at that stage where you're thinking things through, because you're trying to achieve that balance and that harmony. Oh, that one flipped out. Okay, anyway, what else for Sagittarius here? Alright, so we had the Tower fall out first. Sure you can see these here. The Ace of Acorns and Temperance and the Tower. Not sure. Those two. And then we also had the Tower come out. The Ace of Crystals. The Four of Shells, which is also the Four of Water. The King of Acorns. That's cool. The Six of Shells. King of Shells, King of Water. Queen of Acorns, passion, creativity. That's awesome. Wow, guys. I feel like I've had a lot of cards lately where people are kind of like reevaluating their situations, or kind of deciding they want like to start over, kind of like feeling things out. I feel like Scorpio season does that a lot. Like it's kind of like doing its thing right now, and I feel like a lot of people are kind of like reevaluating, kind of like getting more in touch with like who they are and where they want to be, and maybe taking that first step toward new them. Oh goodness, oh goodness. My kitty came over to say hi, you guys, and my bunny is now deciding now is the perfect time to make quite the ruckus, so I might have to stop, but I'll keep going if I can. Could be too that you have a lot going on in your life. Just kidding. But I like this ace here. You have two aces actually. You have the Ace of Crystals. Oh, that's really neat. Little panda bear. And the Tower, so definitely shake-ups here. Things that you worked for, that you thought were going to be there forever, kind of maybe not so much, But I don't see you, like, necessarily losing it or anything. Like, I don't see anything, like, I don't see any, like, swords here. I don't see a lot of bad cups or anything. I kind of see this as you embracing something new. And like, yeah, and you're like super happy about it. I really like this. Like, there's nothing like really, really bad at all here. Like seriously, like good job, guys. Like you're handling this really well. Towers can be really tricky. Like sometimes they're in your mind. You know, it might be something that you thought was one way is really something different, and it just totally like is one of those moments where like your whole world is flipped upside down. Sometimes it can be major things that are going on around you physically, you know, shakeups with your relationships or work or I mean, like pretty much anything. Like, I don't want to get super negative or anything, but I mean, with all these cards around them of like new beginnings and new ideas, and these all these kings and cards of um, I feel like this is like you more or less taking your power, kind of embracing this, so to speak. Like I wonder if you've knocked this tower over yourself, you know, like just been like because I see a lot of balance here. Um, and the acorns here, the queen of acorns, the king of acorns. I'll even put these together here. Because look at that, that's pretty cool. It doesn't happen super often. With, we have another king too. And we have like definitely like your emotions are balanced. You're stopping to think about this with the four of water. Like this is something that's I mean, like, you are so balanced here. Like, I am so proud of you. Just, this is amazing. This is something that you feel really good about. And you're like, I'm just, like, maybe this is what's turning your life upside down. Maybe there was something that was really important out there. Like, maybe it was a leadership role in something where you just kind of, like, took the reins and were like, yes. And now you're in this absolute beautiful place of power. Oh my gosh, my cat back there. So happy she is. Oh my gosh, she's a little fire sign. I just know it. Um, I think she feels your energy. Like, I do see, you know, I do see temperance, like, you know, you're maybe having to be patient or, um, but mostly I see a lot of balance. When I kind of like even the temperance with the tower, you know, like this might, um, right, like I feel like this is more like a calm, like I'm bulldozing this tower because, and then like immediately following this, like all these little like workers, you know, behind you. Maybe you're that wolf leader of the pack, you know, and all your wolves are following behind you and immediately making a brand new amazing trail behind you, you know. And I don't know, like, I just think that's really cool. So where do you want to be when all this is said and done? We're going to use this angel deck here. This is really nice, though. You're pretty happy right now. Whoops. Whoops. The card came out like, oh no. That's funny. I mean, it's supposed to happen, right? Knight of Fire. Ooh, I like that. Okay, let me just show you this real quick. It's like a very bright red, very passionate, doing what you want and going for it. You know, it can indicate movement. Alright, what else? I'm really not surprised to see him here, like with all these kings and queens, right? Like, where does Saggy want to be? Saggy. We have all these magical creatures and the angels and... Okay, I don't know if that fell out because I just didn't grab it or what, so we're gonna do that again. Sorry if that was off. Saggy, talk to me, creatures. Sorry, I don't know why I just got super excited there. I think it was just your reading so far. I'm like, oh yes, let's stay there. Let's stay in this beautiful place of like, up with the old, we're already doing the new, because I am in take charge mode. Alright, sorry. So excited for you. Okay. Alright. I don't think you just want to be in the Night of Fire, right, though? Like, there's more than that. Like, where else? Where else does Saggy want to be? Be with me. Be with us, guys. Where does Saggy want to be? Saggy want to be? I almost wonder if you're, like, going back someplace that makes you feel nostalgic. Maybe something that's sentimental to you. I mean, maybe with the holidays coming up, you're tearing down some walls and like making new connections and going back places that, less too many, where, going down memory lane, so to speak, but you're doing it in such a way that it's kind of making you feel good about things. Maybe you're making like these new connections with people and kind of just taking charge, and maybe you're going back home. Maybe it's kind of scary for you. With the tower there too. I mean, I could see that with the holidays, but anyways, for Sag, where does Sag want to be? I don't know. Okay, Ego, Archangel, Jaffiel. Ego. Oh no. Alright, we'll see if we can get you out of that. False sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. He's wearing a mask in this one. Let's see what else we have here. Alright, anything else? Come out for Sagittarius. Five of Earth. The World. Okay. So it looks like you want to be at a place of stability, right? Like you want to know what the path you're on right now is, like you're going to be victorious. Like I see that you're worried that you're going to like possibly end up like stuck in your situation, or like I kind of see this as like you being worried about the future, worried that things might not turn out how you want them to be, right? Like maybe like if you follow your impulses, you might end up losing out, or you might end up losing in general, and you don't want that. You want to win. You want things to be balanced. You want to know that what you're putting into things are gonna come out. All right. So, anything else for Sag you want to come out here? I almost wonder if you maybe just want to be free to some extent. Okay. Seven of Fire, also known as the Seven of Wands, and the Emperor, Archangel Michael. I've been getting this one a bit too, like from other readings. Like people just want to be at that place where they're like, been there, done that, or like knowing that the things that they worked hard for are paying off, you know. So I see this as like, I know it's kind of like funny, like, almost like want to say like I just see this as like you being victorious, like wanting to be at this place of just, having conquered everything, like the world with the emperor, that's like super strong. And I mean, not all the card, like not every card is all good or all bad. The Five of Earth can signify lack. It can also signify, missing things. It can kind of be that energy of, well, I put all this into this, um, but it's not working out quite as much as I wanted to. Maybe I've put something into this and I'm not getting out of it what I want, kind of a thing. It might be that you are, worried that you might end up at a place where you have to accept help from somebody. But I mean, at the same time, there's a certain freedom in that, right? To like not be tied down to things. Um, and this can also just be a card of learning how to accept help from others as well. With the Seven of Fire here too, I feel like if you're worried that things aren't going to work out how you think they will, like I think like you have like these like major arcanas here to say like they kind of like will. With the defend your beliefs and decisions, like it says there, a Seven of Fire, like you're at this place where you kind of like have to stand your ground and decide if this is gonna benefit you in the long run and what you're willing to give to get there, right? Because like these arrows are shooting up at her little friend here, and he'll defend her, but he might get taken down in the process. But at the same time, maybe he's tough. He's tough too. They can do this for a little bit. So you might have to, you might get to this point where you want to be able to pick and choose your battles and make the right choice. You might want to be in this emperor mode. It might be that, you have to leave, behind the slack mentality and accept help from others in order to achieve this victory and this new beginning. Maybe you can't do it by yourself. But anyway, I feel like I've talked a lot for not even getting any cards for um, how you're going to get there. So we will see. Oh, alright. 10 of Crystals. And it could be too that right now you have a lot of responsibility, and maybe you want to like be able to, take it, I don't think take it down a notch, but maybe be a little bit more impulsive, because right now you have all these super balanced, steady cards, very strong, even with the changes going on. And you really like where things are right now, but maybe at some point, you're going to want to like be able to be a little bit more free, go out and do something else, so what else do we have here? The 10 of Crystals, which is also the 10 of Earth, and Acorns are fire. I don't know if I said that before. Alright guys, please be with me for the sign of Sagittarius. Sign of Sagittarius. Sign of Sagittarius. Also have the Six of Feathers, Six of Air. Those are really nice. We also have the Five of Acorns, Five of Fire, or I'm sorry, yeah, and then the Ten of Acorns, Responsibility, Dedication. Alright, what else? Kind of looks like here, like you've got a lot of like really powerful cards going on with all these tens here. Like this is like a really big card that you have going on. Alright, what else for Sagittarius? What else for Sagittarius? How to get them there on this journey to this victory. It could be now that like, alright, let's see. The Queen of Feathers. That's also the Queen of Air. Wow. We have a lot of kings and queens in this. Like a lot going on, especially with that Tower card. I feel like they're kind of just saying like, just go into that boss mode because I mean you want to end up as the Emperor, you know, in victory, but you also want to still be able to accept help. So I feel like you don't want to leave anyone behind necessarily. Especially with these cards here with like the wolf and stuff, like it might be that you need to depend on other people, or maybe right now you're the one that everyone depends on and you want to get to this place where you feel more balanced. Maybe like right now the load's all on your shoulders kind of a deal, and you kind of want to be able to like let go a little bit and be able to like pick your battles a little bit more wisely, or maybe even alright, let's see. The Knight of Acorns. Action, drive. That's too funny. So we have two Knights of Fire there. I like that. I mean, I kind of like this fire, you know. I feel like it's like you have a lot going for you right now. And the Seven of Feathers. Seven of Air. We also have the Six of Air too. I kind of think this is like you maybe needing to take a step back, maybe. I feel like maybe though, even though things are really, really good right now, like with that tower moment there, you're kind of cruising through it for sure. Like you're in a really good place. And I kind of feel like the place that you want to be, it's, I feel like there's more freedom in it. And I feel like it's in a slightly different direction than where you are now. And it's victorious. But it definitely it's one of those things where like maybe you won't have all the things you had before, but it's going to be what makes you happy. It's going to be that emperor mode for you, you know, on that end game. And that could just be you being you, you know, maybe you want to travel, maybe you don't want to be held down. You know, and if this is a relationship too, maybe you're kind of like at that point where um, you need to figure out if you're going to commit or not, kind of a thing, you know, or um, maybe you feel like things are really, really good now, and you want to just make sure that you're like what you're I don't know how to say this right. You know, with the tower card being there and the aces, like I feel like you have like a new beginning and you're in a really good place with the kings there, you know, and I feel like you're taking a lot of like opportunities, and you're like in your power, you're in your stride, you're taking these changes, or maybe like even a new viewpoint on things. But I almost wonder if maybe that's like too heavy or it's getting to be too much. I mean, you're really, really happy, but where you want to be is a place where you have more freedom. It's honestly like a little bit more freedom to kind of just do you, even if that means that you don't necessarily have all the things that you had before, but maybe, maybe you're sacrificing money for friends, kind of a thing. I don't know if that really makes sense or not, because with this Five of Earth here, I mean, this is saying that you might have lack, but it's also, and like I said before, it's a little bit of freedom because, it also gives you the opportunity to go start something somewhere else, and it gives you the opportunity to accept help from others when maybe you wouldn't, or, connect with others. And this can be accepting help from others. This can also be needing help from others. And I mean, the fact that it's even here, like saying you want to like even have like the choice, which way, I guess this goes. Maybe right now things are super duper stable for you. Maybe you kind of miss that little bit of freedom, that little bit of fear. Um, I don't know how else to say that. Maybe there's that little part of you that's kind of like, oh, I remember back in the day, man, I was so poor, but I got to go do this and that, and it was like super fun. you know, um, it could be that you want, you know, um, and there's the ego card here too, the Archangel Jophiel. False sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So I mean, like it could be like maybe you just kind of miss the thrill of something. Maybe things have been so steady for so long, you kind of miss a little bit of risk now and then, and you just kind of want to like do something a little bit different. Maybe like, I don't want to like maybe there is something that you want to like that new passion, that new thing that you kind of just want to rush headlong into, and you maybe don't want to take that moment and have to be super responsible and have to still be the king or the queen, and maybe but at the same time too, I mean, maybe it's the other way around as well. Maybe, things are just starting out for you, and, you kind of like are engaging in this king or queen mode to get to a place where you have options and you can do this or that, and you can rush, to follow your dreams regardless of what happens, because you're the emperor and you're going to get stuff done. I feel like the emperor definitely trumps, the five of earth. Like, if you want to be successful, you're going to be successful. Um, that, I mean, this is the universe backing you up. Um, and I mean, we have a lot of like cards here that are talking about like your thoughts and your feelings about this too. Um, I feel like you're open to this transition. It's maybe something you weren't planning on, and maybe something you're not necessarily comfortable talking to other people about, maybe something a little bit different than you normally do. I feel like you're really, really focused on it. You might, I mean, even to the fact where you might be not totally upfront and honest with about it all the time. It might just also be that these thoughts just keep going around in your head about it, and you're not sure if you should embrace it or not. Um, but I think either way, you're kind of like trying to like plan for it because it's something that you want. Because with the tens here, the ten of crystals, the ten of acorns, like this is something that you want to do long term. Um, and oh, here we have the knight too. So, I mean, this is you taking action, right? These two knights here, this is you embracing this change and going towards this. It's also being logical and, you know, um, I'm not seeing a lot of like super touchy-feely like or trusty your intuition-y type of cards or anything like that. I see this as something like you're happy, you're comfortable, and you want to shake things up a little bit. Honestly, like I don't know how else to say that. Like, um, I mean, and it could be something like I said, like something like maybe from your past that's come up again, something that you used to think about that brought you nostalgia. It could just be something that's been around in your life for a long time, or you rebuilding yourself, your life. I mean, if this is a relationship, this could just be you feeling like maybe you want to spice things up a little bit, maybe, maybe you want to spend a little extra money to go do something fun, or, um, kind of a feeling. Because I'm not seeing any cards of like boredom necessarily. I'm just seeing a lot of like kings, a lot of like, I mean, kings are great. They're super happy. They're super balanced. But I'm also, with the tower and temperance, and then along your path, your thoughts kind of like, they're a little bit different than where you are right now, to get to where you want to be. I kind of feel like you're going to do a lot of thinking about this and a lot of like figuring out, well, if this is something that really pulls to you or not, somebody or something, but it's going to feel like home to you. It's going to feel like something that you've done before, been there before. Maybe it's somebody from your past. Maybe you're going back someplace you used to know, but I mean, you're gonna find that drive and ambition to do that. You might have to be a little bit quiet about it. You might have to decide who you tell, who you don't tell. Um, Maybe you just wanna, keep things to yourself until you figure things out. But overall, I see this as like yes, it looks like I see you struggling a little bit in the middle there with the 7 and 6 of air and the 5 of acorns. But I feel like there's a lot of growth there, and I feel like you're gonna like pull yourself through because of these other cards here with all the tens and the knights. I feel like you're just gonna be like, all right, well, you know what? I'm just gonna do this thing, and just even taking that first step is just going to propel you because you're already in king mode. I mean, you've already had the tower. It's like the worst is over, like, um, and then, like what you're doing now might be something that you're like super worried about, up in your head about, like, and I mean, you do want to trust your intuition for sure, but I feel like you're just gonna know, like, this is gonna be like one of those like gut feeling things because it's gonna feel like something you've known before. Especially since you're in that like king mode, like let's tear this tower down and rebuild, and I'm gonna find myself along the way, and I'm gonna find that what feels like home to me, these things that make me super happy, and maybe along the way it might feel like you're losing some things, but maybe at the same time that's good. Um, Maybe that's good for your growth. Maybe that's good for your soul. Maybe on some level, like you'd rather, be victorious and happy, and I think so here with those knights showing up, like this is like you want to be able to rush in. You want to be able to be fiery and passionate about something. The downsides of the knights are that they don't always like think about things through super much, right? Like, if you're too impetuous about something, it doesn't always go as planned. But I feel like with the Queen of Feathers here and this the seven over here, like I kind of feel like that's you tempering that rush with logic. Um, you might be rushing into this, but you're gonna have those battles. You're gonna be okay. I'm not gonna say you're gonna like super strategize everything, but I kind of feel like with some of these cards, like you're gonna what do you call them? Like do things on the run or whatever. Like figure it out on the go, and your decisions are gonna be the right ones. You know, and I kind of feel like um, if you just like follow the things that you're passionate about, the things that feel like home to you. I think that you can work through some of these like maybe more negative thoughts to get to this place because I feel like you're in king mode. You have this journey that you want to go on, and at the end of it, like I see victory. I see something that's going to last long term. But also at the same time, I see you able to be this like this fierce warrior, who's not tied down to anything, and I think that's really cool. So anyway, um, and maybe and maybe that's why these cards came out here. Maybe you have some choices to make. Maybe you have to, be that king mode, be that alpha wolf, that big strong elephant. Get into that mentality. Whether this is in your love, your work, whatever. And you're there. You're in this beautiful place. Maybe you have a new pack. And maybe you're not always super sure, and then sometimes it feels like you get in your head about things, but at the same time, if you just keep going, even if this is new and doesn't always like, you might not always know the first step, or the next step, but if you just keep going, that pack is behind you. They're there supporting you. And it looks like like I said, like whatever feels like home, where your tribe is, your guides, they're here, they are behind you, So anyway, I'm going to ask for one more card to wrap this up, to focus on an element. What will help Aries on their journey? What card, what element to wrap it up for Aries on their journey today? Did I say Aries? I'm like Sagittarius. Oh, jeez. I think I was looking at the fire cards. Maybe they're Aries in future. I don't know. I think I was thinking about fire. I don't know. I think it was for the whole warrior. Maybe embrace your inner warrior mentality. But like, you're not even like right now. You're in king mode. You have that tower, but it looks like you're handling it with grace and strength. Oh, the card to focus on is. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Sorry, I didn't realize it was so dark. It's the Two of Water. So the Two of Cups, this is love, this is co-creation, this is the universe stepping in, aligning your feelings with what's going on around you, or at least, I mean, it feels that way, right? But anyway, they're saying, if you need something to concentrate right now to help you get through this, to get from one step to the next, if you start feeling any kind of way, this is the card to vibe to. This is the element of water, the Two of Water, the things that you love, the people around you that you love, that love you, this is absolutely beautiful. Um, so just whatever you're doing here, whatever you're working on or working towards, your family is there for you, your loved ones are there for you, online friends, whatever. The universe loves you. All right. Anyway, take care. Bye.